Have you ever asked yourself, what keeps certain games alive? A lot of people might say a few things like constant updates, a well-designed gameplay loop, or just a good community in general. In my opinion, what I think keeps certain games alive is modding. For example, Call of Duty. You know, the game franchise that needs a new game every year. Because of COD constantly pumping out new games every year, each passing entry slowly becomes more irrelevant than the last. And you can make the argument that that notion is more evident than ever now. But surprisingly, one of the few Call of Duties that people still go back to today is Black Ops 3. Not because of its multiplayer, but rather its mods. The modding in that game is basically what keeps the game alive today. But modding itself isn't just gonna cut it. Easy access to those mods play a key factor, and no other place is better at simple mod downloading than the Steam Workshop. The Steam Workshop houses several different games used for modding like Black Ops 3, Garry's Mod, and today's subject, Left 4 Dead 2. A while back, I decided to take the challenge of playing all the Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns on Expert Realism, and after beating all the campaigns and feeling accomplished, I started to think, what now? Where do you go from here? Well, without knowing, the answer was right in front of my face. The Workshop. I decided I was going to try to beat a hard map in Left 4 Dead 2 that's found in the Workshop. Problem was, what were my options? I mean, the problem for me was there were already a few known maps that people played already, so in order to differentiate myself, I wanted to do a map that wasn't really well known. I kept searching until I found a map called Sector 74. The thing that caught my attention for this map was the fact that it had 16 chapters! That is nearly as much as most of the Left 4 Dead 1 original campaigns. After seeing this, I knew I had to play it. Going into it, I thought this wouldn't be as hard as I played all the other campaigns, and I felt like I knew the intricacies of Left 4 Dead. But here's something I never considered until now. The thing with official maps is that every map that is designed by Valve is well designed to some extent. But with workshop maps, it is really up in the air if these maps are well designed at all. Another thing I should have considered is that some people are just sadistic assholes and will make things unnecessarily hard just for the fun of it. With these things in mind, and the fact that this is a long ass campaign, I was kinda scared of how long this would take and how hard this map would actually be. Also, a side note, when I beat the official campaigns, I played with a few graphics mods, which I also used for this campaign. So if you want to play with the graphics mods I used in this video, they're in the description below if you want to play them. Now, how long did this campaign actually take? Well, put this into perspective. All of the Left 4 Dead official campaigns, all 14 of them, took about 1 month to do. I would even say shorter than that if I didn't take my sweet time on it. With this campaign, however, I decided to dedicate any free time I had in my life to beat it. So, how long did this campaign take for me? 3 months. 3 months. Yeah, without a doubt, this was the hardest campaign I've ever played. Yep. She's dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ow. Starting with the first chapter, something this campaign has a lot of that actually differentiates itself from other campaigns are cutscenes. But one problem with these cutscenes is that they are unskippable. Basically, every time you die, you have to watch the same cutscene in the beginning over and over again, and they sometimes last around a minute or two, and it's so goddamn annoying to watch this shit over and over again, especially when you die at a crucial moment in the campaign. Anyways, after watching that long ass intro cutscene, we then get to finally play the game, and we start off in this bunker where we could get our gear, and immediately after stepping out, there are already tons of enemies. Wow, that is a lot. That's a fucking smoker. And I shot Coach. And he's almost dead. Oh my god. Fuck. After dealing with that, we then walk into this very narrow forest with tons of hills where enemies like a witch or a special infected can spawn. After getting out of that narrow area, we are then led to more open-ended forests with lakes and little cabins that are just distractions from where we actually need to go. Where you actually need to go is inside of this wall, and when you climb inside the wall, you're led to a pathway for you to walk on top of that wall. And since this is a very narrow area to walk in, the creator decided to put a few surprises in this area. There's a charger. Holy shit. Oh my god! Really? After walking across the wall and climbing down that wall, we are then led to more open-ended forests where tons of infected spawn non-stop, and even a tank spawns just to make things harder on ourselves. This was probably one of the hardest parts of the level. The goal is to make it to these stairs near a train station, which trying to get there with all your teammates is no easy task. Oh my god. Oh, well. Of course there's a fucking smoker. Right when... That was probably the end too. Are you fucking kidding me? But after you get to the train station, you have to turn this wheel. So I just realized that I'm just powering the train, not turning the wheel. My bad. That when you turn it, a horde spawns and you can't let go of the wheel or else it resets your progress. And since I'm playing with bots that can't even spell the word interact, I have to do this myself. Surprisingly though, it wasn't really that difficult, and after turning the wheel, I actually managed to get to the safe house, keyword being I. That might be the end. That's the end, I think. Holy shit.
Inside.
Is that it? Oh my god, that was it. That was it. We made it. Oh my god. That's fucking crazy. I think it's waiting for Coach to die. I'm just gonna wait till Coach dies. Nope. I'm not taking any risks. No. Thank God. Holy shit. After playing that map, while I did struggle a little bit, it wasn't too difficult. But not knowing what this campaign had in store for me, all I could ask was, what now? No, fuck! Dude, what can I do there? There's nothing I could do there. The witch was in the way. How did Rochelle die? With this level, it's mostly just on a train, so while it seems to be very narrow, at least enemies can't really come from different sides from you. This means that this level might be easy, so all I would have to do is not do anything stupid, right? Can we open these doors? Oh, we can. That's, Can we die? Yup. Yup, we could die. I'm dead. Well, you can die going out the train. Aside from that, honestly, this level was actually not that bad. The only thing about this level is that it is very long and very repetitive. You basically go from one cart to another and have to deal with different zombies and special infected. You sometimes even have to go up against a tank. Pills? Holy shit. Oh my god. It's on top. Wait. It's dead. Holy shit. But after going through all that, we finally get to the end of the train, where we are told to shoot down an enemy chopper. One thing about this campaign I admire is the fact that it tries to go above and beyond just shooting zombies. They try to make us shoot down other types of enemies that I will go into more later, but for this level, all you have to do is just shoot down the enemy chopper, which for me and my teammates wasn't that hard. After shooting it down, we got closer to the safe room, but a witch was in the way, which sadly, one of my teammates had to go down to take her down. But afterwards, we got to the safe room without me knowing it.
Oh wait, that was that was it? That was it? What the fuck?
After playing those 2 levels, it honestly doesn't really seem to me that this campaign would be that much of a challenge. Little did I know, the difficulty of this campaign would reveal itself in the next level.
You know what? No. I can't reset. Okay, but I'm just gonna...
So this is how the level started off.
Oh my god, this man's a shotgun. No fucking way.
Hey, got a can.
And there's a horde? Holy fuck! Holy shit, we haven't even gone like past the spawn. Like, what the fuck? Why is there so many?
Not a great start. The beginning of this level has you go inside this tent and leads you to a long path to this base. At the front of this base, this guy appeared.
Oh my god! Oh my god, no. Great. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Going up to the front of this base, there's a keypad with a code that we don't have, so in order to get this code, we had to find a specific house on the map, which, by the way, is in the corner of this big map. In the house, we then have to get the key code and get back to the base and put the code in the keypad, all while trying to avoid this car that is killable, but that would take too much time to do, so avoiding it was probably the better option. After putting the code in, we are then told to put in 10 gas cans in a generator, all while trying to avoid a never-ending horde. By the way, when I mean never-ending, I truly mean never-ending. The amount of times I died during this section is actually unbelievable, as well as how long it takes to get to that gas can section because of how slow getting to each location takes. Now, just to clarify, I do have a tactical movement mod, but it was taking so long to get to each place that I decided to disable the mod just to make this level go by faster, which didn't even help at all. This level took way too fucking long to do, and the never-ending horde that kept coming every time we had to put the gas in the generator was actually too much for me to handle. I don't even want to say how many times I died during this one section alone, cause I died way too many times during this section. It especially sucks when every time you die, it takes fucking 20 minutes to get back and try again, which then I get shit on and then have to replay the same level over and over again. It got to the point where when I actually beat the level, it didn't feel real to me. This was by far one of the most difficult levels I have ever played in Left 4 Dead. It was so bad that I almost quit after playing this level so many times. But despite the pain this level brought me, I pushed forward.
Are you kidding me?
The start of this level is kind of stupid considering that most of the supplies are outside of the safe room, and there are tons of zombies in the way of the supplies. I literally don't understand how or why the guns and healing items are outside of the safe room. But after killing tons of zombies and losing a bit of health, we finally got our supplies and had to go down an elevator shaft, which in my first playthrough, guess who showed up?
Let's go, let's go.
Get back up here.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Light that mother up.
Wow. Oh fuck.
After that blunder, we made our way down the elevator shaft, and my AI teammates often had trouble getting down that shaft. But after getting down there, we are then greeted to a parkour section, which isn't really that hard, although I had my fair share of struggles with this part as well.
Oh my god, can I get to the fucking thing? What, dude?
Okay. That one hurt.
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Holy shit. What the fuck? What? I wasn't even on it.
Knights of Columbus. It hurts.
Holy shit. How did I forget? How am I forgetting? Who designed this?
Reloading.
Garbage fucking design. Holy fuck. Like, can you just please? Oh, finally, Jesus Christ.
After getting through that parkour section, we are then led to another elevator shaft leading to this area where there's a moving platform. The thing is, when you get off the moving platform, while it's moving, you can instantly die, and I learned this the hard way with my teammates. After getting through the moving platforms in the spiraling tunnel, we are then led to this maze full of boxes, which is also a struggle to get through. After that, we are then led to this annoying section where there are these spinning spike things that aren't harmful to go through, but are annoying to get through.
Are you fucking kidding me? There's a hunter on him? Oh my god, I almost had it. I almost fucking had it. This is so fucking stupid. Like what the fuck is this? Like, I literally... I did it! Holy fucking shit, finally. Jesus Christ.
After getting through that pain, we get to this long hallway corridor which finally houses the fucking save room. Overall, this level I would say is one of the more annoying levels to get through, but when it comes to stupid bullshit with this campaign, that is something I should probably get used to.
Dude, this place is literally impossible.
The level starts off the same way as the last level, where the supplies we need for the level are outside of the safe room, and the supplies are surrounded by more zombies. But after getting those supplies, we have to then blow up a gate of this deserted military base, and we immediately have to fend off a horde, which the first time I tried was not successful.
Y'all get ready now.
Gate is open. Where's the front gates? What? There's armor. Why the fuck are there armored zombies? What the fuck? Oh fuck. That's unfortunate. Jesus Christ.
But fending yourself off from the horde isn't even the goal. You're supposed to get out of the base and go towards the forest, where there's an indicator of where to go, and where the indicator leads us is towards a tunnel system. But getting to that tunnel system is really difficult, considering that the horde does not stop at all. You have to get yourself and your teammates towards the hole where the tunnel system is, and that isn't even the worst part of the level. The tunnel system is basically a giant maze, and it is difficult to figure out how to get to the right places. It doesn't help that constant hordes spawn all the time, which makes things even more difficult to traverse through in this tunnel system.
Why is there a fucking horde? And why is everyone... Oh my god. It's still on fire? And it's on fire. Okay, well. What the fuck was that? Where do you go?
But after going through this tunnel system and a sewer system, you find an SOS system, where like the first level with the wheel, you have to hold down the interact key on the SOS system while there's a horde coming after you. Thankfully though, this wasn't as difficult as I thought, and after sending the signal, a ladder dropped down and I was able to escape into a helicopter that was waiting for me. Overall, this level is kind of annoying, but I would say not as annoying as other levels I've played so far.
Okay, that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. Why did I do that? Oh, I should have fucking just... Okay.
The thing about this level is that it's really only one location, a helicopter. Since we are in a helicopter flying through the air, and we have brain dead bots, this usually happens.
What is this? Are you fucking kidding me?
But aside from that, the whole goal of this level is very simple. Survive the wave of zombies and protect the helicopter from other enemy helicopters. This is sadly easier said than done, however, mainly due to having to do both of these tasks at the same time.
I fucking... Dude, there's another chopper? You piece of shit. What the fuck? Oh my god, there's a... Dude, you can revive there? Oh, yeah. Well, that didn't work. Just gonna... Yeah, no. Using a Molotov all the way over there does not work. It just lights the entire thing on fire. What's even the point? Dude, this stupid chopper. Oh my god, it's literally just this chopper.
However, after several tries, I was able to finally beat this level and get onto the other helicopter, which was basically the safe room of this level. If I'm being honest, there really isn't too much to say about this level. Sure, this level is very annoying to get through sometimes, but it's honestly not one of the worst levels to play in this campaign. This level is relatively simple and there isn't really too much to say about it. However, I did die a couple times during this level, so I guess you can say it's not the easiest level to play. But aside from that, this was a very simple level.
Holy crap. Now I'm stuck. Are you fucking kidding me? I have to fucking restart the game. Oh my god.
With the name arriving at Sector 74 and the campaign being named that, at this point I had a feeling that levels were probably going to get a lot harder from here on out. To start with, this chapter starts off with a long cutscene that we have to watch every time we restart the level, which is something I was very thrilled about. When we actually start to play the level, it starts us out with us not having any supplies in the safe room. In order to get guns and medical supplies, we need to go to these houses that have hordes of zombies in them in order to get guns and medical supplies. Also, just like the third level, I had to remove the tactical movement mod due to this parkour jump at the beginning being impossible to get to. After making the parkour jump, we are then led to climbing this mountain with platforms that were made in the level for us to climb. While we have to climb this mountain, we also have to fight this helicopter while also dealing with hordes of zombies. The thing is, that's not even the worst part about this level. When you finish fighting the helicopter, there's a possibility when you keep climbing the mountain that a tank will spawn, and having a tank spawn in this very cramped area in the map, well, it went as well as you expected.
How are we supposed to kill this without a fucking thing? Good fucking luck. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no, there's literally no way to kill the tank. There's literally no way to kill the fucking tank.
But after climbing the mountain using platforms, we are then led to this area where we need to open this elevator, and in order to open this elevator, we have to go inside this building and turn on switches. But the building we have to go into already has several tanks we have to fight. Yes, several tanks. Every room that has a switch in it has a tank in it as well. Every time there was a tank, I had to kill the tanks in the cheesiest ways possible in order for me to actually kill them. Not only that, but traversing through this building is also not the easiest thing in the world.
Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me?
When you finally climb on top of the building, you have to fight another helicopter, which was actually not really a challenge if I'm being honest. But after shooting down the helicopter, we are then finally able to get into the elevator and get to the safe room. Basically, this was probably one of the more annoying levels to play, but I feel like all the levels from here on out are probably going to get worse. One thing I have to say before I go on is that my audio was muted when I played this level. Not really important info, but just something I would like to let you all know. With that being said, this is how the level started out for me.
Zombies. Let's go, let's go. Freeze. Hurry up.
I'm down.
I'm with you.
Shit! Need some help!
Thanks. Don't worry.
Ain't nothing but a scratch.
I got a
Hey, you
punch.
all right?
Let's
Fine.
kill all
Man
of
said
them.
there was nothing to
On your
worry
feet.
about.
Good?
As you just saw, this was a great way to start. Anyways, this level's gimmick are trial challenges. You see, each hallway you walk into in this level has different obstacles of trials you have to get through. But here's the problem. Since I'm playing with bots that again aren't the smartest AIs on the planet, they usually die during these trial sections. Thankfully, each checkpoint has a room where we can rescue the bots every time we finish a trial. But that doesn't really make too much of a difference considering that these trials would just end up killing the bots anyways. Hell, I would even sometimes die during these trials. Another thing about this level is that sometimes even tanks spawn during these trial sections, but thankfully you could cheese this as some of the parts that harm you during these trials also harm the tank as well. So you basically don't have to do anything when it comes to killing the tank. After going through these trials, you have to navigate through these vents that also spawn hordes of zombies. As you can see, the map creator really doesn't want to give you a break. After going through that, you get to go to these rooms of barrels that thankfully have a room for you to rescue your teammates, and after going through the rooms of barrels and fighting yet another tank, we finally get to the safe room. If I'm being honest, this map isn't really that difficult, but having teammates that die constantly due to the AIs not being the smartest out there isn't really making things easier for me. But besides that, surprisingly, I wouldn't say that map was hard. Just annoying.
Hello? Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Surprisingly, when it comes to this level, it's really not that difficult. But it is very long and confusing to get through. This one level is just one big maze. There are a lot of dead ends and other types of trickery that this maze brings upon us. Thankfully, there aren't too many hordes or special infected zombies to make this already long and troubling level even more troubling than it already is. There's even a part of the level that trolls you where you can clearly see where the end of the level is, but you can't reach it due to a cell blocking you in the way of getting there. Meaning you have to figure out a way around where you are in order to get to that specific area where the safe room is. Even finding that specific pathway is also troubling, as since this is a maze-like level, it's hard to remember where you have been and where you haven't. But after finally traversing through this level, I finally found the safe room. Overall, this level is probably one of the easiest levels in the campaign, but it also is one of the longest ones to play as well, considering how confusing the maze map layout is. But after playing the past few levels, I realized that some of these maps aren't too difficult, just annoying to play through, which makes me pray the next few levels aren't impossible to play.
Why is there so many zombies in the first fucking level?
Like with the other levels, we start off with most of the supplies outside of the safe room and the supplies surrounded by hordes of zombies. We then go downstairs to a room full of barrels, which I was afraid to shoot any of the barrels mainly due to if I do shoot the barrels, the bots would most likely walk into the fire. We then go down to a hole to find ourselves in front of a garage door that, when opened, alerts a huge horde that is never ending that we need to push through in order to get to the next part. For some reason, when you open the garage door, it glitches the bots, which causes them to do this.
That fixed me up real good.
What? How are you on the other side? How did this even happen?
I'm down.
Pushing through this section is not easy, especially when there are already horde sections you need to get through before getting to this never-ending horde section. But if you make it out alive, there is still another horde section you need to get through. Before getting there though, in one of my playthroughs, a tank spawned and surprisingly this happened.
Of course there's a tank. And there's no ammo. I have no ammo. We're basically dead.
I got hit by burning goose shit.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we're so dead. There's no way y'all are killing it. We killed it? What the fuck?
It surprised me that not only we were able to take out the tank without a Molotov, but we did it in an area with little to no platforms for us to stand on. By the way, this section where we need to parkour around this area sucks due to several places that houses breakable glass that is easy to fall from. After getting through that, another horde event appears where we have to defend ourselves in this very small area, which was also a struggle to get through. Having this many zombies pursue us in this cramped area really makes things a lot harder than it really needed to be. After getting through those waves of zombies, we then went through these events, and sadly, this happened afterwards during one of my playthroughs.
Oh fuck!
Ah, shit. Need a hand.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But after going through that area, we finally found sunlight where we finally found a safe room inside of an airplane. But inside that airplane was a smoker waiting for us in the safe room, which I took care of.
Hey, we got a safe room right ahead.
Wait, hold on.
You're gonna play with
What
fire.
if?
Hey, stop a minute. Molotov coming.
It hurts, but ain't nothing.
Fine. Okay.
Hurry up.
Please tell me this is it. Okay, it is it. Okay, fuck you.
After playing through this level, I would say that the difficulty definitely ramped up in this chapter, and I don't think the difficulty is going to get easier from here on out.
How did you survive that? What?
This whole level takes place in a plane, which in concept sounds like it's not going to be too bad considering that the second level of this campaign has us going through a train, and that level was actually not that bad. So with that in mind, was this one of the easier ones? Fuck no!
Oh my god. Holy shit. Well, that's a good start.
This level has us going through the aisle of a plane, and each aisle has a zombie horde set for us to fight, and they just keep on coming. It is another never-ending horde that lasts an eternity, but once it finally ends, you have to go to the next aisle on the plane, and then fight another horde as well. The aisles also give you a tank to fight, which I guess fighting hordes of zombies isn't enough.
Is there even like a fucking... There's gotta be like a... Wait, did it die? Did it literally just die? It despawned.
After going through the aisles, you then walk up to the upper level of the plane to fight a helicopter, which, no matter what weapon you use, it will take an eternity to kill that helicopter. After killing that helicopter, guess what you do next? You kill another stronger helicopter that can only be killed if you are outside of the plane, and since walking outside of the plane is very slow and buggy, get used to having this happen to you.
Okay. Oh, are you kidding me?
I'm down.
I think they're all dead. Yeah, they're all dead now. GG. G fucking G's. Holy shit.
After taking an even longer eternity to take out the helicopter, you have to walk across the plane to the other side, and after walking across, you get to the area near the cockpit, where sometimes a tank would spawn.
Oh god. Go.
Let's go.
And there's a tank. Why is there a tank? Okay, there had to be a tank there. Just had to be a tank there. We spent so long killing that fucking helicopter that like there just had to be a tank that spawns there. That's, you know what? Fuck you.
When you get to the aisle near the cockpit, guess what you have to fight?
2 helicopters? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yup, 2 more helicopters, and one of them is the stronger one that takes way too many bullets to kill. Not only do you have to destroy the helicopters, but you also have to deal with the never-ending horde again. Again, this creator does not give us a break, especially when you have to focus on more than 3 things at once. If you could imagine, this took me way too long to do, and this is probably one of the most frustrating parts of the campaign. But despite all the challenges this one area set for me, I was able to barely get through this section, and when the rescue helicopter came, aka the safe room, I actually couldn't believe it. I could confidently say that that level had some of the most frustrating parts of the campaign, no question about it. But it's probably gonna get worse from here, honestly.
Doing this with just pistols is crazy.
Okay, you know how with some levels from this campaign, it starts off with you with no guns or medkits, and you can only get those items outside of the safe room where there's zombies waiting for you? I think this level took that concept within the campaign and went a little too far with it, considering that the first portion of this level has you fighting with only pistols. You first start off this level getting out of the plane from the last level and walking down a runway, which then leads you to go down this pathway that leads you to the first area you're supposed to go to in order to progress, which going down this pathway feels like you're zigzagging across the area in order to get to the house that's in that area. Even when we got there, there was a witch we didn't even see that we spooked by accident.
Yes. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Wait, we have defib.
Unsurprisingly, the pistol bullets weren't enough to kill the witch. Afterwards though, we finally were able to get to the house within that area, as well as finally get a real gun. Sadly, it was a sniper rifle, but I guess it's better than nothing. Thankfully, outside of the gate is a train car that houses several supplies and weapons. Afterwards, we go to a very similar area with a very similar pathway as the last one, except this time, there are barrels which would go as well as you expected.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, when we got to the house in this area, these houses have even better supplies than the last ones, which was definitely helpful for us. We did have to deal with several other horde events while in this area, but honestly it wasn't too difficult to fight the horde. The next area is similar from the last two, except for one of my runs, a witch was there, which completely ruined the run, by the way.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, y'all, hurry up.
Well, that didn't work. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Don't tell me we were there. Are you fucking kidding me?
But aside from that, I managed to find the safe room on this level and complete it. Despite this level starting us off with just pistols for the first third of the map, it surprised me that this chapter wasn't as hard as I thought. I wouldn't say it was short because zigzagging each area felt like an eternity, but honestly, this level wasn't that bad.
They didn't even fix it. Okay, the game glitched and I died.
This is another level where you have to survive a wave against a wave of zombies, and honestly this might be one of the worst wave levels in the campaign. This level seems relatively simple. All you gotta do is just kill zombies and destroy any enemy vehicles nearby that would harm you. But again, it is literally easier said than done.
Well, I guess now I know not to fucking stand on that thing.
There are constant never-ending hordes and tons of exploding vehicles that whenever they're close to your vehicle, explode and you take tons of damage. In this chapter, there are 6 waves, and each passing wave gets worse and worse from the last. The range of vehicles you have to kill, from just normal cars to trucks to even helicopters, and the waves taking too long than it really needs to be, makes this one of the most frustrating wave levels in the campaign. But if you still have patience after fighting 6 waves of bullshit, you finally reach the end of the level, which, in this level, the bots don't understand that they can get out of the car and walk to the safe room.
You know what? Fuck y'all. You guys are taking forever and you can't even get here, so you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Overall, this is probably one of the worst wave levels in the campaign. Actually, I lied. There's one worse.
We're still here? I can't believe we're still fucking here. Like, come on.
I take back what I said about the last level. This is the worst wave section of the entire campaign. Why, you may ask? Well, this level is actually very similar to the last wave chapter, except there are stronger vehicles that can attack you, more hordes of zombies that will overwhelm you when you try to take down other vehicles that are trying to kill you, and even giant bosses that you have to shoot down and take up bullets from your gun like a sponge.
I'm a reload.
Some of the bosses you have to take down are usually giant special infected, witches, a mech, and even a giant tank. Do you really think that's enough bosses for me to fight?
What is fucking happening?
As you would imagine, since this is a harder version of the last level I played, it took me even longer than it should have. The amount of strong enemies coming towards you in this level is extremely overwhelming and frustrating to handle, and I'm actually surprised I was able to beat it. Although, like the last chapter, it was just me. No bullshit, this was definitely the hardest wave section of the entire campaign, and thank God it was the last. Kind of.
Are we playing Donkey Kong? What the fuck?
This next chapter actually doesn't have too much going on in it, even though it's one of the last few levels of the campaign. All you have to do is open a gate and then climb a building with platforms similar to how you climb the mountain in the 7th chapter, and then kill the tank that's on top and get to the helicopter. Seems simple enough, right? Do you even remember what I'm playing? First of all the supplies are outside of the safe room surrounded by zombies. That's a great start. And then in order to open the gate, you have to ram it with this cart full of explosives. Do you want to know how long it takes to ram this cart into the gate?
Oh.
That long! And guess what? Every time I die and have to restart the level, I have to wait for this cart to ram itself into the gate. And then after you ram the explosive into the gate, of course, there is a never-ending horde that tries to stop you in your tracks. But while dealing with that, you also have to play a game with Donkey Kong. Literally, as there are barrels that you have to jump over and ladders you need to climb to get on top of.
Oh my god. What? Okay. Really? What? Okay, are you kidding me?
But after you accomplish that, you still have to kill the tank, and since we're on expert realism, yeah, it's easier said than done. But even though it was difficult, I was still able to do it, and because of that, there wasn't anything else the level had to offer, and all we needed to do was get on that chopper, which thankfully wasn't too difficult to do. After playing through all that, while the level itself seems to be very simple, because of the difficulty I was playing on, it was a lot harder than it really should have been. It's kind of a shame, because if this was on a lower difficulty, I would probably have a lot more fun with this level. Instead, I felt really frustrated playing this level, and if I'm being honest, that's kind of how I felt playing this campaign. After playing one of the most frustrating campaigns I've ever played in my life, we finally get to the final chapter of this campaign, A Safe Island. The title's a bit ironic, by the way.
Please tell me this is not hard. Because, like, I'm so done. I'm so fucking done with this. I'm so fucking done with this stupid fucking map. Not map, the fucking campaign in general. This campaign in general. I'm so out of it. I'm so ready just to fucking be done with this shit.
You think the final chapter of this campaign would be grand and long, but actually, not really. It's a relatively simple level, but it is still a grand finale to this campaign. The start of the level spawns an airplane that of course you need to take out, and honestly at this point I am over taking out planes and helicopters or any vehicles in this campaign, but I persevered and took out that airplane even if it took a long time to take out. After taking out that plane, you then have to turn on this generator which spawns a horde and a final boss. What is the final boss, you may ask? Just a mech. Yeah, remember the mech in the 14th chapter? Well, he's back, and he's just as tough to take down here as he was in the 14th chapter.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god.
Not only that, but we also have to deal with a never-ending horde, which, I mean, of course we do. Not only that, but while we also try to kill the mech, as well as try to survive the never-ending horde, we also have to deal with an endlessly spawning tank. Yes, you heard me correctly. A tank that whenever you kill it, it will always respawn and try to kill you. This map creator is Satan. Like, what the fuck? I already have enough on my plate already. You really are gonna force me to take out a respawning tank too? If I'm being honest, I don't even want to talk about how long this one chapter took me, as trying to do all of this at once was probably one of the most frustrating levels I've ever played in Left 4 Dead. But thankfully, after killing the mech boss, the game just ends. Like, the campaign just completely stops and all of the levels you see on the screen start dumping coins out like a slot machine, and all the characters from the campaign start dancing. Even though this one chapter took way too long for me to do, I did feel a little bit of satisfaction after finally beating this level, as well as the whole entire campaign itself, as this one campaign took way longer than it really needed to be. But after all of that, how do I feel about playing this campaign? Unlike the last Left 4 Dead video where I talk about my thoughts and then rank each campaign last time, we'll do the reverse. With that being said, here are all the chapters of the campaign ranked based on the difficulty of this playthrough. Number 16, Chapter 9, Code Green. The reason why this level is so low is because there aren't really any difficult sections. The troubles from this level mostly comes from it being a large maze where you really don't know where to go or where you have been. But thankfully that's the only challenge in this level, and the rest of the chapter is just very easy to get through. Number 15, Chapter 2, A Train Away. I think this chapter isn't too bad, or at least as bad as the other chapters later on this list. The reason why is because you could probably cheese a few zombie horde sections and tank spawns. This level did introduce one of the first vehicle bosses for you to defeat, but honestly it was probably one of the easier vehicle bosses to take out. Number 14, Chapter 8, Deep Dangers. The only real difficult part is trying to keep your teammates alive during the trial sections of this level, and maybe a little bit of the horde sections near the end. Aside from that, some of the trials are actually not that bad, and since the majority of the level is just the trials, it lands a low spot on this list. Number 13, Chapter 12, Nice Neighborhood. I'm actually very surprised how easy this level actually is, considering that when you start the level, you don't even get an actual weapon until the first third of the level. The only issue is that the level feels like an eternity to play, but aside from that, this level was pretty easy. Number 12, Chapter 6, Chopper Inbound. Now we're getting to the slightly more difficult levels. This chapter has you defend yourself against waves of zombies and helicopters coming to destroy your helicopter that you are in, and since we are confined in a small space and the AIs constantly try to kill themselves by jumping off the helicopter, this was probably one of the most difficult sections of the campaign, but sadly one of the easier wave levels in the campaign, as well as this may be difficult, but the other wave chapters in this campaign are a different story. Number 11, Chapter 1, Leaving Home. This is the first level you play in this campaign, and it is not the easiest level to play. This level is very open, which sounds good considering you have more space to move around, but that means more hordes are going to spawn from every direction, which makes this level very annoying to get through. But since this is the first level, it's mostly just annoying and not really frustrating. Number 10, Chapter 5, Deserted Military Base. Yet another annoying level where there's annoying horde sections and a maze of tunnels where there isn't really a clear direction of where to go, as well as zombies spawning in those maze tunnels that make things harder than they really needed to be. Number 9, Chapter 7, Arriving at Sector 74. The parts where you have to climb a mountain and go inside a building where there are tanks and hordes of zombies waiting for you, while you have to find switches in order to open an elevator to the safe room, is another annoying level to get through. Number 8, Chapter 4, The Underground Passage. From long parkour sections to the tunnels that bots walk on and die from because they are stupid makes this one of the most annoying levels to play. Add the fact that there are countless hordes in your way makes this level take the number 8 spot on this list. Number 7, Chapter 10, Derelict HQ. Now we are going from annoying to just frustrating. This level has non-stop hordes that feel like they never end, and the majority of this level is just surviving giant endless hordes of zombies. And this level is long too, so I hope you enjoy fighting hordes for nearly 20-30 minutes. Number 6, Chapter 11, Flight from Hell. This level is similar to the second chapter, except you're on a plane, and it is actually very challenging to play considering the amount of hordes you need to push through in order to progress, and the amount of helicopters you need to kill as well. The ending of this chapter is also very challenging and frustrating considering that you are defending yourself against 2 helicopters and a giant horde. From all of these challenges alone, this makes this one of the most annoying levels to play in the campaign, but some of the higher levels on this list would make this chapter look easy. Number 5, Chapter 15, Get to the Chopper. While in concept, this level seems to be pretty easy, the fact that it takes minutes to open the gates and the fact that there are never-ending hordes while you play this game's version of Donkey Kong, as well as having to fight a tank at the end no matter what, makes this level pretty frustrating to get through. Number 4, Chapter 13, Let's Get Rolling. This level is another wave section similar to the chopper level, but this time it feels like it is ramped up by a mile, and each wave of this chapter gets more and more frustrating than the last. At the time, I thought it was going to be the hardest wave section in the chapter, but surprisingly, they went up themselves with the next level. Number 3, Chapter 14, Road to Safety. This is just the Chapter 13, but they added huge bosses like a giant tank and a fucking mech, and of course tons of hordes of zombies as well as even harder vehicles to take out. All of this makes this one of the most frustrating wave levels of the entire campaign. Number 2, Chapter 16, A Safe Island. Ironic title, isn't it? This level gives you no breaks, it's just kill the plane, then kill the mech, and survive the constantly respawning tank. This level might be one of the most frustrating chapters of this campaign, and probably one of the most frustrating experiences I played in Left 4 Dead. But in my opinion, frustrating as it wasn't the most frustrating experience I played in Left 4 Dead. That has to go to number 1, Chapter 3, The Old Forest. I can't even begin to describe how much I hate this chapter. Like, I'd rather play The Last Stand again than play this one chapter. This level has you pick up gas cans that are scattered across the map that you have to go back and forth for, as well as have you walk to a military base that tells you need to get a key card. You go towards the corner of the map to find the house with the key code in it, as well as you having to survive hordes as well. And then after you get back to the military base and put in the key code, you have to survive constant hordes of zombies while trying to fill in a power generator with gas. If I played this with people, I think this level wouldn't be as bad, but honestly playing this alone makes this one of the most frustrating experiences I've ever played in this game, and an experience I never want to have again. Now that I ranked all the chapters from least to most difficult and say what I wanted to say, how do I feel about this campaign? Did I have fun playing this campaign? If I'm being honest, no. This campaign was extremely frustrating to play through, and I nearly quit too many times during this playthrough. And hell, before writing this, I was gonna write how much I hated this map and how I thought this map was shit. But then, I gave it some thought. While this campaign is very difficult and there are some annoying bugs in this map that needs to be fixed, I actually have an appreciation of this map. You see, I feel like this map is a good example of showing off people's creativity when it comes to making custom campaigns in this game. The map creator gave it their all and decided to think outside of the box when it comes to the creativity of this map. This map isn't just a simple custom campaign. This campaign has a lot of depth to it. This map has a lot of creative parts to it, like different challenges, wave sections, and even paying homage towards old games. While this map had me the most frustrated I've ever been playing this game, I do have a lot of respect towards the map creator and even the campaign itself due to how ambitious it really is. And I think that's the beauty of the workshop. When there's a creator out there with the passion and ambitiousness, they can create something that the original developers wouldn't have thought of otherwise. These creators think outside of the box and create campaigns that make people keep playing the game. Without the workshop and the creativity of these modders, the game wouldn't have as many players as it does today. Again, while this campaign pushed my patience to the limit, it also reminded me of the incredible creativity and passion that exists within the modding community. The map's ambition and depth, despite its flaws, showcase what makes the workshop so special, and I recommend that you try this campaign. Probably not an expert realism though.